Hey guys, good to bad, the unusual.
Dose.
This is our third episode for this new
Dose
channel.
is two.
Yeah,
Dose is
Uno
two.
Dos.
Trace.
There we go. So we picked out 3 films for you. Something good, something bad, and something unusual. Or an unusual edition. You
Yeah.
go?
Let's go.
First?
Yeah.
Alright, the first one, our good, is an extreme, hardcore Japanese film from the 80s. If animal cruelty bothers
That's
you,
so mean.
then you don't need to watch this.
Shut up.
They torture these poor animals.
Whatever. It's Milo and Otis. Pretty hardcore Japanese film right here. I don't know.
It is a Japanese film
Which
from
we
the
didn't
80s, which, yeah, we did not know this
that.
until we watched it. It's directed by, it took them like 8 years to make. 8 years of filming, they went through like 15 or 16 of the leading animals. Like,
Oh, don't do that.
they did. I told you, it's extreme.
It's really sad.
It does not say animals were not harmed in the making of this anywhere on there.
It's because there's like scenes where
they put them in unusual situations,
and
or they just throw them in a river. Either one.
But it's cute. Like, when I was a kid and I watched this, I wasn't like, oh, they're abusing animals to do this footage. I just thought, oh, that dog just randomly jumped into that river to save the cat.
But that's not what happens.
That's not what happens.
Yeah. He rides a dead turtle.
Yeah, there was a sea turtle scene which was really sad. And we were
you could clearly tell that he was not alive.
Oh.
Anyway, it's a good film.
It really was.
If you are a kid, if you have kids, I would show it to them. They're gonna love it.
Yeah, I loved it. I convinced him to buy this. It was like $5 in the dollar bin, and I was like, I need this because it was one of my kid movies. And he's like, I do not want to watch that. And
I thought it was gonna be like Babe. It's nothing like Babe at all. It's not like any animal movie you've seen. It's filmed. Basically, this guy follows a dog and a cat around for 8 years, just filming them interact with each other.
It's just
then he cut it up and he spliced it together in order to make some kind of story.
Yeah.
They hired some American guy for the American release
to narrate. It's just a narrator, and he just does all the voices for the animals.
Yep, he just talks the whole time, and it follows him around for like an hour and a half, and it's a pretty interesting story. It's awesome when he did. There's nothing like it, so it's really cool.
There it is, Milo and Otis.
More props to Japan right there.
I didn't even know it was Japanese until I looked it up. Okay.
Bad.
Bad. This.
I'll let you do bad.
Yeah.
I feel like I talked too much about that one.
Okay, this was given to us by one of our YouTubers, Dyslexic Nick. He sent us a big pile of DVDRs, and this is the first one we popped in. Wow, what's it say? There it is. It says it all right there. This has the rifftraxs from the guys from MST3K, and is probably the single greatest thing I've ever seen. Only because this movie is complete horseshit that it just makes it so much better that they're just ragging on it. Except there's a guest star, and I don't know who he is, but every time he made a joke, I just got angry. It was just like,
Kevin Murphy was one of them.
They had all the usuals, and then there was this fucking homo. This guy. That guy. Is that him?
Yeah.
There he is. I don't know if you can see that, but it's that guy. I don't know who he is, but he sucks.
He's not funny. Yeah, the other guys, it was hilarious.
It like takes you out of the...
Every time he made a joke, it was like, who are you? Why are you even here? Go away.
God, so funny.
Anyway, the movie's
just
it's garbage.
Probably the worst.
I don't know how they didn't do it on Mystery Science Theater.
They probably couldn't get it. They even have a documentary out now. Like, it's about the people who made Troll
and how
their lives have just gone to shit because they made that movie or something like that. I don't know. But this was awesome. I'm so glad he gave it to us because now we're going to buy a whole bunch of rifftraxs because
yeah, I didn't think it'd be as funny as it was.
It made it bearable. I think my favorite scene is with the evil witch chick and the poor like 17-year-old kid, and she brings in the corn, and man, so many jokes. So many jokes.
I like when they turn the dude into a plant and then they chop him down.
Why? What is it? Why? Okay, so that was our bad, but still.
It's a bad movie, but that's a good addition. If you do watch it, I highly recommend you watch the riff track edition.
Yeah, there's no way I could sit through that without somebody ripping on it the whole time. It would be painful. Okay, our last one for our unusual. We just watched this yesterday, and Tyler was super excited to get this. It was one of those things where he bought it and then he was like, "Oh yeah, I bought this, but I bought you a comic, so."
Or even.
I don't know how that works, but yeah, this was one of the Amazon wins that we got. Macunamia. Damn it! I thought I could say this. Macunamia.
Macunamia.
Something like that, but.
Brazilian movie from the late '60s. It is it's definitely an art film. It's infamous. It's based off of a book called Jungle Freaks. This also comes with his short film, which pretty much made him as a director.
Yeah,
it's basically a promotional
come to Brazil
short film trying to attract tourism to Brazil.
Yeah.
Anyway, for a long time, Criterion had talked about putting it out, but they pretty much lost interest in it or something. I don't know. And this film has basically fallen off the face of the earth. This is the only authentic edition. It's the Brazilian release, which is out of print now. There's a Japanese bootleg release that is circulating. I've seen it on eBay before, and it's also heavily bootlegged. You can find DVDRs of it all over those bootleg sites. But it's basically the movie starts with a woman giving birth to a black kid in the jungle.
It wasn't a woman.
Okay, a man giving birth to a black man, full-grown man in the jungle.
The first scene is somebody like crouched over just screaming, and you can tell it's supposed to be a woman, but it's totally a man. And then all of a sudden, a black dude just falls out.
Yeah.
And he's full grown.
Yeah.
And they pick him up, and they're like, "Look at him, his name is Macunamia." And she hates him, and the story goes on.
Yeah, basically he gets turned into a white dude
with a
by a magic fairy.
No,
fountain. Magic fountain.
Yeah, there's just water coming out of a mound, and he jumps into it. He turns into a white guy, and then his brother tries to jump in it, and it just goes. And
it turns off right before his brother jumps in.
He's like, "Oh, that sucks."
If I could compare it to anything, and I've heard other people say this as well, I would say it's like El Topo meets Monty Python and the Holy Grail, because it's funny, but it's definitely a surreal art film. So it's kind of like those two mixed together.
There's a scene where they're in the woods and he smokes
pot
the first time, and he turns into a white prince.
Yeah.
And then some other dude's wife is like, "You're so beautiful," and they just start jerking around in the woods, and it's so funny because he just poofs, and he's in some ridiculous
jester outfit.
It's really odd.
It's really good if you like weird out there stuff. But like I said, this particular edition is seemingly for me it was hard to find, and I know they took it out of print now, so you can still get it in a box set that has all the director's films. The box set is on Amazon right now. It's like $100 though, but his other films are not really the same. This was
it's because he did the other one that they let him do whatever he wanted, and he came out with this weirdness.
The government said if you could make an advertisement saying that would get more tourism into Brazil, we would give you money to make whatever film you wanted. You had complete freedom to make anything your little heart desires. So he made an awesome, 25-minute film about Brazil, and it got tourism, so the government gave him the money to make this film. So it's crazy, and it's out there, and this one also comes with this it's like a 20-page color booklet, and it kind of covers the.
Was it even in English?
It's not in English.
Yeah, though. I didn't think it was.
It's in Portuguese or something.
It's like Spanish.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
it's a cool edition. Great film. Really weird and out there.
It says on the recommendations on Amazon, if you like this, you'll like House. And,
you look it up.
I wouldn't put them in the same, but it's still pretty out there. And just weirdness. Which is what we do, so it fits in our collection.
She ends up dating a guerrilla warrior.
She is nuts.
It's bizarre. It really is. It's
but he goes to the city, and then I kind of lost interest. After he went to the city, it was just it wasn't as good.
The ending too was a bit when he leaves the city and he goes back to the jungle. It just kind of ends. It's like he ran out of money, just like Monty Python and the Holy Grail. They're just okay, done, and it ended. That's exactly how they did this one. It's just over.
Yeah.
That's it. But that's it. That's it for us. Yeah. That's our good, our bad, and our unusual.
Macunamia, Troll 2 rifftraxs, and Milo and Otis.
Yep, so take it easy, guys.
That's it.